Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
It is good to be able, indeed, for us to be able to be together as a community. We have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. Maybe not weather-wise, it seems. It appears for those who are outside. And if you are home on live stream avoiding the weather, I don't fully blame you, but we're glad you're here with us in that way as well. But grateful for all of us who were able to make it out through the rain and thunderstorms to be able to really be here with friends and family. We're really excited for the Sapola family, Mazel Tov, Rebecca becoming bat mitzvah this weekend, and I know that you'll be helping to lead a couple bits from today, but also tomorrow morning as well. So we're really proud of you and grateful for you in this important moment in your life. And good to be here with so many people and with some faces I haven't seen in a little while, but I know we have a few people who are new as well. And so we'll take an opportunity in a few minutes to be able to greet one another as we welcome Shabbat. And as we do that, we'll turn to page 2 to light Shabbat candles and want to invite up Rebecca and some members of her friends and family to come light the Shabbat candles. Those of you might look and you see something a little special on page 2. We sing Light These Lights, a Debbie Friedman tune that is a piece, a part every Friday night, and we've kind of used a sticker to put those words on the page that you can have them there instead of shuffling back and forth between the Friday flyer. So feel free to sing with us as we prepare to light Shabbat candles.
Hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshana b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Was thinking earlier this week about the really beautiful last couple of months we've had in our community. Last week, a very inspiring Purim spiel. But we know that we've had lots of opportunities to come together as a community, and also thinking back to, about 2 months ago when we had Alana Arian here as our artist in residence, and the beautiful music that has become a part of our community that she's written over the last 10 to 15 years or so. And so we'll sing her version of L'Chadodi as we turn to the poem, page 20 and 21, this mystical poem from the 16th century that is used by our ancestors to equate Shabbat with a bride. Shabbat with the bride. And so that beautiful moment when the bride, comes into the aisle, comes into your presence, that is the feeling that we want to have as we welcome Shabbat. And so we will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we get to verse 9, we'll rise and face the entrance as the Shabbat bride enters our midst. L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela Shemor v'zachor b'dibor echad Yishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava tchila L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela Hitoreri Hiva orek Uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alayik nigla, L'chadodi, likrat kala, perei Shabbat, nekabela, L'chadodi, likrat kala, perei Shabbat, nekabela. Ui v'shalom ateret balam gam v'simcha uv'zola toch emunei am segula boi chala L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela L'chadodi likrat kala perei Shabbat nekabela. So while we're standing, we'll take the opportunity to greet one another. If there's someone who you don't know, came from a different household, different car to get here, I want you to take a moment and introduce yourself to someone new, please. We'll continue now with Reader's Kaddish on page 26. Go ahead. V'yikadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach hirutei Be'amlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon Uvchayedecho Beit Yisrael Bagala, bagala, uvizman kahariv, vimeru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach, le'alam la me'almahia, yitbarach.
Yitbarach, v'yishtabach,
Yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, Shemei Kudusha Brichu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dahamiran be'alma, v'imeru, amen. Our call to worship Baruch Hu on page 28.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada-dai-dai-dai, 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 yada-dai-dai-dai. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam v'ed, Le'olam v'ed. Yada-dai-dai-dai, 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 yada-dai-dai-dai. You may be seated. We continue reading together at the bottom of page 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Avat Olam, our prayer of unending love that we receive, page 32. Avat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shokvenu, Kumenu nasiach bechukecha, V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu, Ve'orech yameinu, Uvachem nege yomam v'layla, Nege yomam v'layla.
אהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 34-35, Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Shema,
Shema
Yisrael,
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema,
Shema
Yisrael,
Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Shema,
Shema
Yisrael,
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema,
Shema
Yisrael,
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Page 36.
Ve'ahavta
Et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam nevanecha v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'hisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Boom, thank you. More of that tomorrow morning, 10:30. Would love to see you all there. What is next? I have to look at, Michamocha, page 40. We sing together. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehetav hakodesh, Torah tehilot osei felech, Noratehi lodo sefele. Malachutecha ra'uvanecha Lokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze Elianu ve'amru Ze Elianu ve'amru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Yai lai lai la lai la 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 Yai lai lai la lai la lai la lai lai Yai lai la lai la lai lai la la lai Yai la lai lai ya la lai lai lai. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, our soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. We turn now to page 42 for Hashkivenu, our prayer of peace this evening, peace in our homes, peace in our country, peace in the land of Israel, peace all over the world, for those citizens, for individuals to be able to rest their heads in comfort this evening.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. L'chaim.
The bottom of page 44, we sing Yismechu, a song about the joy of Shabbat, the opportunity for us to find that purpose, that meaning, that goodness of being with one another on this sacred day.
Yismechu b'malechutecha Shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'kor Oneg Shabbat Yismechu b'malechutecha Shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'kor Oneg Shabbat Aha Mikadashei, Mikadashei Shvi Shabbat Kulam yismechu v'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat Yismechu b'malechutecha Shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu b'malechutecha Shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat Hashmi ratzita bo v'kisha Shabbat Chemdad yamin
Oto karata Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat Zecher L'maseh, L'maseh B'reishit Shabbat, Shabbat Zecher L'maseh, L'maseh B'reishit Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat. I want you all to know that Ben, Eric, and Henry in the back were still spinning even though it wasn't V'shamru. Just wanted you all to know that they were making a fun, weird thing even weirder, which I appreciate. It's always the right song to spin in place during services. So we continue now on pages 46 through 52 with the Amidah, the central portion of our prayer service. We'll ask you to please rise at this moment, and then after Atah Kadosh on page 52, we'll give you the opportunity for silent prayer, either with the words of your heart or the words of our prayer book, after which you'll then be able to be seated after that silent reflection.
Adonai sifatati gita hilatecha Adonai lips declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Elohei Bor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomei Chasadim Tovim v'Kodei Hakol v'Zocher Hasei Avim Achot Umegula Lifnei V'Nechem Leman Shemo Bi'akava Melech Tzir Moshiach Umagin Baruch atah Adonai Magin Avraham V'Zrat Sarah Le'olam Adonai Mekayeh HaKol Atara V'Koshiav Mashif HaRuach HaMarid HaGeshem Mikokei Akayim Behesed Mekayeh Omef Noflim Berofei Oholim Umatir Asurim Umekahaye Memunato Lishene Ahafar Mi Amoka Ba'agivurot Umido Mehelach Melech Meimi Tumekahaye Umatzmiak Yeshua V'nema Avakayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mekayeh HaKol.
If you need the words, they're in your Friday night flyer.
Atah Kadosh Ishim HaKadosh Ukdoshim B'Choyom Yalilu Haselah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh You are holy and your name is so holy. Those who strive to be holy Declare your glory day by day. Blessed is our God. Blessed is the one. O world ablaze with splendor. Ata Kadosh. Vishim HaKadosh. Ukdoshim Bechol Yom. Hallelujah Selah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Again, the opportunity for silent prayer. When you're done, you may be seated.
Ratzon Imre Fi Vegion Libi Lefanecha Adonai Suri Vego Ali Adonai Suri Vego Ali. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Ratzon Imre Fi Vegion Libi Lefanecha Adonai Suri Vego Ali Adonai Suri Vego Ali.
We turn now to page 253 in our prayer books as we take a moment for Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. In our community, we're thinking of Gary Atkins, Jerry Barrett, Yvonne Binns, Danny Bastian, Lori Corley, Ainsley Davis, Stephen Despins, Beth Einig, Roger Gelder, Gladys Gold, Chris Healy, Aaron Herbst, Belle Rosalie Hoffman, Blanchie Howell, Opal Howell, Linda Jenkins, Michael Krangle, Joyce Levenberg, Dorothy London, Esta Mitchell, Simone Neiman, Myrna Netkin, Gilbert Ohana, Rob Rasnick, Avishabat, Michal Rosenblit, Lisa Rutsky, Lisa Schaefer, Sandra Schultz, Stanley Schwartz, Becky Cernovitz, Nicole Arrington Silverman, Arthur Slutza, Randy Suchke, Sylvia Tenenbaum, Stacy Wald, June Wilson, Jeffrey Mitchell. If there are any others' names that you'd like to add or if I mispronounce a loved one's name, please feel free to add them at this time. Mark, go ahead. We sing together in the middle of page 253.
Mi shebeirach avoteinu mekor habracha leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha leavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
This evening, I want to share a few texts in honor of my teacher of blessed memory, Rabbi Dr. Andrea Weiss. Rabbi Andrea Weiss was the provost of Hebrew Union College, was actually, before that, was my professor when I was at HUC 15 years ago. And earlier this week, she died, losing her battle with lung cancer at the age of 60. And amongst the many things that she did in her life, besides, at the same time, actually, deeply inspire me and a generation and a half of rabbis through her scholarship and her wisdom and the way that she cared so much for us as people and led with her heart and strong convictions. The way that she led as an amazing mom who would bring her children around campus at times, knowing that someone had to watch the kids while rabbis were being trained on how to not be so miserable at rabbis. And amidst that, she created one of the most important pieces of scholarship of the last 20 years of our people. She was one of the two leaders, although I think there was kind of really a team of 3 or 4 of them, but named for we call the Torah Women's Commentary, which is the first commentary. It's composed entirely of women writers and poets and scholars, including their work in this book, and we have copies here that we use in our Torah study, and we'll for sure be using them tomorrow morning as we learn about this week's Torah portion. And as the announcements came in the last few days of her entering palliative care and nearing the end, an unfortunate reality that we'd kind of been those who had been paying attention had known was unfortunately coming over the last couple of months. Conversations kind of went back amongst my classmates about what were the things we remembered from her class, what were some of the important texts, and some of those texts actually found their way in. This story was told today by, I believe it was her daughter, who, when she spoke today, in a part of her eulogy, was that her mom kept a journal of all the kind of tidbits of wisdom that she learned, and about a week or so ago at 3:30 in the morning when she was up, she wrote down her 4 go-to biblical texts. Her 4 go-to biblical texts, because what do you do when you're at 3:30 in the morning, knowing that you only have days left? You write out your last bits of wisdom. These are beautiful pieces of text that those who sat at her feet in her classroom for decades knew these texts because she told us how to read them properly and how to interpret them properly. And so I want to pass these out. Take some, pass them down. Take some, pass them around, please. I think these are really beautiful pieces of resilient text. Give me another half a stack. I don't know why I handed the whole thing. I'm bad at this whole passing around thing. We'll take some, pass them back that way. Here, I'm already up. I'll move them a little faster. Take one for yourself. 3 for y'all. Of course. Just a couple. Take some, send them on down that way. If you haven't, raise your hand if I still have to, we have to get them to you. We should have about enough. You may have to share if you have a spouse or a friend, you may have to share, but I made 60 copies, which is about right. Anyone else? It's like eBay, only 3 more. No, we're good. We're good. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Sold. So Rabbi Weiss was a biblical scholar. She had a propensity for doing this kind of work early in life, and that's why she found her way into this kind of scholarship. And in particular, she loved the class that she taught to second-year rabbinical students was the art of biblical poetry. This is not so much a part of this piece, but looking at, just like you would look at all of the things like meter and rhyme scheme in English poetry, doing that for ancient and biblical Hebrew, because that's clearly a thing that I was good how to do at the start of the semester. And by the end of the semester, I was almost not bad at it. But for her, she loved some of these beautiful vignettes, and especially in the book of Psalms, which we'll get to in the last 3. But so the first is from the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verses 23 to 26, and I highlighted the section that she loves so much. This is referring to the Israelites, came to Marah, but they could not drink the water of Marah because it was bitter. That is why the place was named Marah. And the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What shall we drink?" So he cried out to God, and God showed him a piece of wood. He threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. There was a fixed rule. There, a fixed rule was made for them. There they were put to the test. If you'll heed the eternal your God diligently, doing what is upright in my sight, giving ear to my commandments and keeping all my laws, then I will not bring upon you any of the diseases that I brought upon the Egyptians, for I, God, am your healer. He threw this piece of wood into the water, and the water became sweet. It what? Elise says it had berries on it. That is, sure, maybe there's something special about the water. Our scientists could figure out, I don't know, if there's something, it's bitter, so I don't know, if you throw an acidic stick into a base liquid, you get a nice neutral or something. I don't know, there's something that I used to know in chemistry class way back when, maybe. All sorts of fun pieces. This is indeed one of those like miraculous moments in the text where we don't quite know what's happening. But for Rabbi Weiss, this was a moment of, even in the most bitter times, when you don't know what can happen, there's always a way to make it sweet. There's always a way to make something sweet. For our ancestors in the wilderness, again, months from, at this point in time, I don't remember exactly where this was in the narrative, but maybe a couple of months into their wandering in the wilderness, not knowing they still have 39 and a half years ahead of them, them having to care for their own water was something they weren't used to doing. And so this idea of finding their way into the wilderness and all of a sudden there's not water, that's an existential crisis for the people. And coming from slavery and bondage, used to that being given to them. Part of being enslaved is you're not responsible for some of those things. They're provided to you as a part of the work that you give. And so they're trying to figure these things out, but also in this deep time, sometimes in ways that are unexplainable, sometimes in ways that are deeply weird or difficult or miraculous, we are able to turn the bitter into something sweet. And then 3 of her favorite Psalms. The first, for God is angry, but a moment, and when pleased, there is life. One may lie down weeping at night, but at dawn have shouts of joy. One may lie down weeping at night, but at dawn have shouts of joy. Can anyone make sense out of this? What does this mean to you? These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words of Hebrew, but a few more in English. Tomorrow will be another day, Denise? Yeah, that a good night's sleep can help, but this opportunity, if we get a new start tomorrow, great. What else? Sorry, Lisa? Time gives you perspective. Addie wants to do a performance of Annie now, so I'll get you the microphone. You come on up. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Give me a day, it's gray and lonely. Okay, we won't actually do the whole thing. You think Annie is based off of this? Okay, great. Well, we'll have Addie come and sing it for us after services if you want to stick around. Yeah, Paul. Believe and hope that there is a possibility of that negativity turning into something positive, that there is always hope for something to improve and to be bettered. Beautiful. Yeah, Arlene. Yeah, that we're able to find a way to put one foot in front of the other, that even in the midst of our worst times, that we are able to, and sometimes all it takes is a good night's rest. Sometimes all it takes is a good night's rest when you're feeling down or exhausted. Okay, whether it's physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, sometimes it does just take a good night's sleep, but also this idea of turning over that new leaf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there are bad and terrible things, but they pass.
Yeah. And another you're leading to like another text, Sue, of Gamze Yavor, this too shall pass, which is a different Jewish text of resilience that we do rely upon. Yeah. Denise. That when we're in that darkness, and whether it's upset or sadness, that's maybe not the best time to make decisions and to try to wait and to give ourselves time. Some beautiful wisdom from all of you. Which kind of leads us to Psalm 126:5. Those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. Those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. First, I want to name, this is kind of an interesting, agrarian take on this, resiliency. How many of us are used to sowing and reaping fields? Any farmers in the room? Okay, I see 2 joking hands in the back. Great. Thank you from the peanut gallery back there. I know, Ben. He's going to be like, I've been on a farm before. I know, it's okay. We'll have the conversation. Okay. I walked away from it. But again, this idea of sowing in tears to reap in joy. Yeah. So Elise is bringing up this idea is that sometimes tears don't have to be tears of sadness. This is where Rabbi Weiss's biblical poetry of this is amidst a text of things where you have negatives that are turned to positives, and so because of the parallelism from line to line, that this would likely be an insinuation of this being negative because of the verses before and after that are not included here. But I do like where you're going with this idea of your glass can be half full, Elise. I love that your glass is half full. It should always be half full. Yeah, Denise. Yes. This idea of one of the things that helps you really feel the joy is knowing what the other side feels like. And for those who've ever battled with depression or mental health, to have those deep, dark, negative moments also really do help you find the positivity that when that comes on the other side of that cycle, and hoping that people find the help they need, whether that's with friends, with family, with community, of course, with therapy or medication, whatever that those people need in those moments. But this idea of being able to turn and to go and to use the bad moments of life to really help highlight the positive moments in life. And for our final text, Psalm 27:14. Give hope to God, be strong and of good courage, O look to God. Give hope to God, be strong and of good courage, that's the phrase that she focuses on here. O look to God. Chazak ve'ya'ametz libecha. This phrase is actually used a few other times in Torah, a couple times in Psalms, and I want to say once in Exodus and Deuteronomy, but it's a handful of times. This idea of, you'll often hear, be strong and of good courage. That's how it's often translated, be strong and of good courage. This time is actually different. And this is why this is the favorite of hers. Because the Hebrew is different here. While it's translated as of good courage, the verb ve'ya'ametz is causative. Ve'ya'ametz libecha. And lev means your heart, libecha, your heart. You have to cause your heart to have that strength. You have to put in the work. What does it mean to find resilience? What does it mean to be strong amidst difficult moments? When you are in those moments of giving hope to God, when it feels like things are out of your hands, this text, this psalm, for Rabbi Weiss and for many, is an important piece for us because we have to put in the work. Ve'ya'ametz, you must cause your heart to have strength. Now, how you do that is a whole different spiel. We don't have time to spend all evening trying to unpack that, though I do imagine many of you have your own thoughts and would love for you to share those with each other when we get to Oneg in a few minutes. But this idea of causing your heart to have strength feels a little weird. It feels a little counterintuitive, right? We want to be resilient, but unfortunately, the best way to teach resilience is to fail forward. And yet, to give our hearts strength, there's all sorts of ways to do that. There are all sorts of ways to do that, and I want you to save them just to share with people. But again, there's something that is a little bit different of, in this moment, I think part of what's a little bit weird about this is because it's also, you're giving hope to God, and the idea is maybe God will give you that courage. It's not passive. It's not coming to you. This is a causative thing that you have to make happen. Hey, Robin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Robin, I'll get you a microphone. I want you to strain your voice. Shem Tov.
So he was taken when he was 20, and he spent 505 days in captivity in the tunnels, and he said that he would wake up. I don't know how he counted his days, but he would wake up and he would say, God, how are you doing? What do you need me to do? And he got through 505 days by his Judaism. He actually kept Shabbat, like in the dark, in a cell that he could not move. He said he kept Shabbat. From the crumb that he would get, he would like save it and do a prayer over it.
We have in us a deep core of resilience that unfortunately we don't know we have it until we need it. And unfortunately, the times to say that we have resilience that we need is not it's not a time that I often usually wish upon someone. I hope you have a time in which you feel that you have found your resilience. Is not a nice thing to really say to someone, because those are the illness or the difficulty of those moments, or whether it's to be taken hostage by Hamas for 505 days, whatever on the spectrum of bad that happens to us that causes us to need resilience. Again, that's not a good thing, and yet we have in us, partly because we as Jewish people have for a couple thousand years been dealing with things that have caused us to need to be resilient, and partly because we are human, and we know that the world is not perfect. We know that the world can be difficult. We know that we can struggle. We know that we have in us that ability to have and encounter the worst parts of our world. We know that life is not always sunshine and rainbows. Those difficult things happen to all of us in some shape, way, or form. Of course, God forbid something as extreme as being taken and held hostage for a year and a half. But again, those difficult moments of losing a friend or a family member too soon, or a car accident, or suffering from mental health issues. Those moments that we have inside of us, they come, sometimes small, sometimes big. And it's upon us, as this text, and to end here with Rabbi Weiss's favorite teaching of this text, that it's upon us. It's causative. You have to put in the work. When you encounter those difficulties in life, I pray that you find that courage in you to stand up for what you need, to find the help that you need, whether it's inside of you, building up your heart, and or expanding your heart to your friends and family and community around you can help you in life's most difficult moments. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We turn now to page 284 for V'hashevota, for a version of Aleinu L'Shabeach. This is on page 284. It is the, I believe, 7th line from the top. 3, 6, 7. Please rise. And then we'll continue after these few lines on to page 287. It's call and response.
V'hashevota
V'hashevota elevavcha
Ki Adonai
Ki Adonai
Hu Elohim
Hu Elohim
V'hashevota
V'hashevota
elevavcha
elevavcha
Ki Adonai
Ki Adonai
Hu Elohim
Hu Elohim
V'nehemar
V'haya Adonai Lemelech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad Ushemo echad. You may be seated. We turn to 294 as we prepare for the recitation of Mourner's Kaddish, our people's prayer celebrating the lives of those who have died and left this earth but live on in memory through us and our deeds and our ability to carry their memories forward. We're thinking of this Shabbat, those whose yard sites fall this week, the anniversaries of their death. Bo Anderson, Benjamin Bolatin, Stuart Brostoff, Deanne Camplin, Dan Coker, Maxwell Cooper, John Finati, Alan Fox, Louis Givel, Claire Golt, Joan Heller, Armin Jacobs, Ernest Jacobs, Charlotte Kaplan, Marty Keston, Rose Krantz, Sonia Kuhn, Ray Lappin, Ron Lebo, Florence Levenberg, Charlotte Ludwig, Morton B. Marks Jr., Ruth Marks, Lois Apolinsky Mendelson, Florence Milstein, Margaret Mary Phillips, Donnie Price, Rachel Rothfeder, Gary Schlacht, George Schwartz, Lillian N. Shore, Madeline Seidman, Karen Jacoby Silverman, Esther Silverman, Susan Simon, Carl Singer, Jerry Singer, Harriet Weizenfeld. We're also thinking of those who have died in this last year. We're still in their Shana, their 11-month period of mourning. Harry Roth, Jeff Simon, Doris Goodman, Beverly Stolman, Carol Lids, Robin Fern Weinstein, Jack Strauss, Arthur Holzheimer, Larry Cohen, Sam Howell, Emery Hildebrand, Rick Hack, Bob Gans, Leon Cohen, Joan Schwartz, Elise Atlas, Janet Heller, Andy Concool, Donna Posen, Samara Lingefelter, Charlene Venner, Helen Kahn-Levine, Isidore Cohen, Yisrael Sandler, Gary Levy, Joan Bolotin, Barbara Savrin, Joyce Newman, Gerald Rubin, Frederick Frank Zeitz, Barbara Epstein, Catherine Kitty Stoller, and Barbara Van Gelderen. Also want to announce that earlier today, the father of David Goldschein, David and Rachel Goldschein, Jerome Goldschein, died this morning. The funeral is in Florida later this, I believe, Sunday or early next week. We're thinking of David and their family, and we look forward to supporting them on their difficult journey ahead for all of them. If there's another loved one's name who you'd like to add to our list, or if I mispronounced someone's name, please feel free to share those at this time. At Kol Emeth, it's our custom to rise as we support our mourners and recite Kaddish, page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, B'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam l'amei al maya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, tamiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam levracha, may all of their memories be a blessing. Amen. You may be seated. Have the honor now of inviting up Rachel Myers, a member of our board, to present Rebecca Sapola, our bat mitzvah, with some gifts. So Rebecca, come on up too. Rebecca, you have a hard job. You stand here and you smile and you look great. So stand here and smile and look great. And then Rachel has to say words.
Mazel tov to you, Rebecca, and to your parents, Samantha and Tony, and your brothers, Joshua and Cody. On behalf of Temple Kol Emeth, including our clergy and our religious school, we present you with 2 certificates. They're in there. Okay. The first is a certificate from TKE recognizing your accomplishment in becoming a bat mitzvah here in our community. The second is a certificate from the Union of Reformed Judaism and Route 1 for a $3,250 scholarship toward a URJ High School in Israel summer program. We also present you with 2 books. The first is your own copy of the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, our Jewish foundational text. The second is the J-Girl's Guide, providing practical advice using Judaism as a compass for the journey through adolescence. Also, on behalf of WRJ, we present you with a set of crystal candlesticks. And on behalf of the Men's Club, we present you with a Jewish star necklace. We hope you will use these gifts often as you continue your journey to Jewish adulthood. Mazel tov.
That bag is always heavier than the kid thinks, so it's like 2 hands, please. And now I'd like to invite up another member of our board, Benjamin Stoller, for our announcements this evening. Great hustle. Building momentum.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Once again, Mazel Tov to Rebecca and the entire Sapola family. We know tomorrow will be a wonderful day. This Sunday, TKE's Men's Club is sponsoring electronics recycling for the community. Most electronics and electrical items are accepted at no charge. TVs and computer monitors have a $25 fee. Hard drive destruction is $10. The event is taking place rain or shine, so grab the dusty old electronics that have been sitting on that one shelf in your house and bring them in. TKE is launching something we're really excited about, small group dinner parties. For members, 50-ish to 70-ish. These are intimate dinners in each other's homes, a few times a year, with a rotating cast of fellow congregants you may not know as well as you'd like to. Paul Heller is heading it up, and he's here tonight. Paul, give a wave. Find him at Oneg if you'd like to learn more. Next Sunday is the annual Hunger Walk benefiting the Atlanta Community Food Bank. TKE has put together a team of folks ready to walk to fight hunger. Please join us. More details are in your handout and at kolemeth.net. Thank you to the friends of the Cipolla family for sponsoring tonight's Oneg. I look forward to seeing you all there in just a few minutes. Please remember to return your name tags to the green bins before leaving the building. Would appreciate it if you'd slide the lanyard into the back of the name tag, as the rabbi has demonstrated.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
Vanna Foster.
Shabbat Shalom.
Vanna Foster. I've been called worse, Blake. We'll end our service this evening with Kiddush and Motzi, and then we'll be able to head over to the social hall for our Oneg Shabbat, our ability to rejoice and have a little bit of delicious nosh together. So Kiddush first, once I get the cover off. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
We give
Thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. One apiece.
Amotzi lachem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.